So you spent hundreds of dollars in The Sims 4 and now you're bored. People seem to think that the more DLC you have, the more you're gonna have fun with The Sims 4, but that is just not true. The truth is that the more basic your game is, the more you're gonna have fun with it. Reason number one, you're pretending that the game is not a mess. I think you can all agree now that The Sims 4 is really messy and buggy and glitchy. So if you're playing a 64 by 64 huge lot on a cliff in a huge castle by Iguazu Falls, you're gonna get bored, and guess why? Because the game's not gonna run well. Sims 4 can't handle itself. So make sure that your game is optimized. Reason number two, you don't play in your lot. Every sim day you go to a different lot. You go to a gym or you go to a cafe, and then most of your time playing the game, you're literally just staring at loading screens. The Sims started with just your lot. You couldn't even see the rest of the world. It was literally black all around your lot. I remember the Sims 1 trailer that the main focus of the trailer was like the house being upgraded over time. So you start in a small house and then you build your house up as you go along with the game. And I feel like it's really important to me to stay excited to play the game. Starter homes are there for a reason. You use them. You start your game in a starter home, and then as your Sims start making money, you upgrade your house. You build a pool, you build a cool backyard, you build a second floor, you buy expensive furniture. That is very fun. So avoid starting your game already in the perfect house. You're gonna get sick of it really quickly. And now, with so many features that we have in The Sims 4, you don't need to leave your lot that much anymore. At least that's how I feel. With The Sims 4 for rent, you can literally have like a mini neighborhood in one lot with community spaces like a gym, like a pool that everyone can enjoy. So it's almost like a mini open world in your lot. So I don't think there's a need to leave your lot all the time. I do leave my lot, but I leave it for special occasions like summer vacation. I take my Sims to like a lot in Solani and they'll spend 3 days there. Reason number three, you are using cheats. Stop it. Sims 4 is already so bloody easy. Why are you even using cheats? You can make money very easily. You progress in your career very easily. Your needs are not that challenging. So really, I don't see any reason why you should be using cheats. You're already starting your game with like lots of money. Your Sims needs are always high. Why would you even bother playing the game? You're gonna get bored so quickly. What makes it fun is the challenge, and it's not even that challenging. Have you played all the Sims games? The Sims 1 was savage. If you use cheats, you're gonna get bored in 2 minutes. Story progression is extremely important for you to enjoy The Sims 4. I love changing my Sims as they progress in their lives. As my Sims have more money, they become like rich. I change the way they dress, I change their houses, I change their items, I change their careers, I change their friends, I change everything. So it's nice to see your Sims changing over time. Reason number four, you're trying to use every feature at once. The Sims 4 can be very overwhelming with the amount of DLC that there is. So if you try to use everything at once, it's just going to get really overwhelming and you're going to get bored because it's going to become a mess and you're not going to know what you're doing anymore. Instead, make sure you use the features as you go along. For example, you can start a family using like get to work features like with a live career or owning a shop or owning a bakery. And then you have children, and then the kids will use like, one of the kids will become like a spellcaster, and then you're going to be using Realm of Magic. So use features as you go along with your story instead of trying to use everything at once. Reason number five, you're not using the features. So if you start your game and you spend 3 hours making your sim and then 5 hours building that home, you're just going to get bored and you're going to give up. You're not even going to start playing. What I like to do is to make cool Sims when I'm feeling bored, and then when I feel inspired to create a story, I already have some Sims in my gallery ready to be used. And same goes to houses, or I just download them from the gallery. So I think that The Sims 4 has so many features that some of these features are forgotten by players. I don't see many people talking about the custom calendar in The Sims. Did you know that you can customize your calendar? And there are mods that add different holiday traditions to make it even more fun. So in my calendar, I'm going to leave in the card here a video that I made showing you my customized calendar. So I have summer vacation, I have Father's and Mother's Day, I have Wheelwright's Day. So I have lots of different holidays that make the fun more immersive and more fun. There's lots of different types of deaths in The Sims 4, and I feel like this is not something that people use that much, because sometimes you don't even get to that point where your Sims die because you already got bored and you start playing with that family. There's life careers, you can create a really cool family tree, there are lot challenges, they're really cool, that I don't see many people using. So there's lots of features that I think makes the game really fun and people don't really use them. Now, reason number 6, the most important reason. You're not making up stories. The whole point of The Sims is for you to create your own stories. I'm going to give you one example. You start playing with a Sim that is an artist, and then you take a Sim to university, and then they start making a lot of money, and then they move to a fancy penthouse, and then they get married, they have children, and then, I don't know, they move to the countryside because they got bored of the city, and then they start a farm there, and then the children become farmers, and then one of these kids become a vampire, and then they move to Midnight Hollow, and then they start building like a legacy of vampires. So change up your story, make up a cool story, change it up, use the features as you go along. Another very important thing is, for you to have fun in your story, I feel like you need to change the game a little bit. So what I see a lot of people doing is trying to change everything before they even start playing. So they change all the worlds, they change all the lots, they change all the families, and by the time you're finished, you don't even remember why you started it in the first place. So my tip for you is start playing and change things as you go along. What I like to do is I'll start a new save file, and I see like which families my Sims are in contact with the most, and then I remake them. I give them a makeover. I change the houses so my Sims will visit them. I change the worlds that my Sims visit the most, and gradually change things, because if you try to change everything before you even start playing, it's not gonna work. So what I did in my current save file is I like to make my Sims travel to Sulani a lot for vacation. So I changed up the whole world and I made it a vacation world. There's only like 2 residential lots for the townies, and all the other lots are like restaurants, places for them to stay, like vacation rentals, I think that's what it's called. And there's like water parks, spas. So I changed the whole of Sulani to be like a vacation place for my Sims to go to. And make sure that you don't cheat, because you're going to get bored very quickly. Make up stories and make sure you have story progression. Your story needs to progress, otherwise you're going to get bored. If you already start the game with everything that you want, you're not going to see a point in continuing the game because you already achieved everything you wanted. What are your thoughts? What do you think that makes The Sims 4 boring? Do you do any of the things that I said in this list? I bet you do. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.